Welcome to Aviator DB News Briefing. Today is Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026. Here are today's top stories. Southwest fuel leak Charleston, flight WN4761 diverts safely after emergency. Alaska Airlines 787 emergency at Rome AS-181 returns after engine vibration. FAA restores Boeing certification authority for 737 MAX and 787. Gear malfunction forces L108 diversion, disrupting Boston-London service. Now for the details. A Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 declared an emergency July 20th after the crew of flight WN4761 detected a suspected fuel leak while cruising over South Carolina. The flight had originated from Orlando International, KMCO, and was bound for Manchester, New Hampshire. The crew squawked 7700, the Universal Transponder Code signaling an in-flight emergency, and diverted to Charleston International, KCHS. Emergency response teams were staged and ready upon the Boeing 737-800's arrival at Charleston, according to reports from GOTV and MECA. Officials confirmed no injuries occurred during the diversion or landing. The aircraft was held on the ground for a comprehensive maintenance inspection to identify the source of the fuel system irregularity, consistent with standard protocols for suspected fuel leaks at cruise altitude. Passengers experienced a delay of approximately 5 hours before resuming their journey to Manchester aboard a replacement aircraft. Southwest Airlines had not issued a formal statement on the mechanical cause as of publication time. An Alaska Airlines Boeing 787-9 declared an in-flight emergency over the Atlantic Ocean. July 19th, after the crew of Flight AS-181 reported engine vibration and a possible mechanical issue roughly 2 hours after departing Rome Fiumicino, bound for Seattle-Tacoma, KSEA. Flight tracking data shows the aircraft executed a sharp U-turn over the southeastern United Kingdom before orbiting over mainland France to conduct a fuel dump procedure and reach a safe landing weight. The Boeing 787-9 touched down safely on runway 16R at Fiumicino at approximately 21:15 CST, with no injuries reported among passengers or crew. Alaska Airlines confirmed the crew declared the emergency to secure priority handling from air traffic control, standard procedure for in-flight mechanical events. Following a post-landing inspection, the airline determined the aircraft required further maintenance and canceled the flight. Affected passengers were rebooked on alternative itineraries. No regulatory bulletins from the FAA or EASA have been issued. Technical teams are examining the aircraft to determine the precise cause of the vibration. The Federal Aviation Administration has restored Boeing's authority to issue individual airworthiness certificates for all newly built 737 MAX and 787 Dreamliner aircraft, effective July 20th. The decision follows months of production and safety reviews that the agency says demonstrate consistent quality, a significant milestone in Boeing's ongoing safety recovery after the 737 MAX MCAS crashes and subsequent quality crises affecting the 787 program. In an email to Congress, the FAA said production quality findings were comparable whether the agency or the manufacturer issued certificates during a trial period that began in September 2025. The restoration reverses a strict oversight regime the agency had imposed to ensure Boeing's manufacturing processes met required standards before delegated authority was returned. Officials stress that the move does not alter the type certification of either aircraft. It changes only who signs off on individual airframes prior to delivery. Despite the return of delegated authority, the FAA said it will continue regular inspections, audits, and monitoring of Boeing's production systems. Industry analysts say the change should help Boeing eliminate procedural bottlenecks as it works toward ramping 737 MAX output to approximately 47 jets per month. The FAA also indicated that type certification for the 737 MAX 7 is expected soon, with the 737 MAX 10 likely to follow before year-end. American Airlines transatlantic service between Boston and London took a hit this week, with a mechanical failure on flight AA-108, headlining a string of operational disruptions. On July 20th, a Boeing 777-200ER, registration N772AN, departing Boston Logan International Airport for London Heathrow, was forced to divert to New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport after the flight crew determined the landing gear had failed to retract. The aircraft landed safely at JFK and was met by emergency services as a precaution. No passengers or crew members were injured. American Airlines dispatched a replacement Boeing 777-200ER, registration N784AN, to JFK to ferry affected passengers back to Boston. The original transatlantic sector to London was formally canceled, with travelers rebooked on alternate flights under the airline's standard disruption protocols, according to AirLive. The AA-108 incident was not an isolated setback. Passenger reports point to a pattern of missed connections and cancellations on American's London operations this week, attributed to a combination of weather and operational factors. Some travelers reported inconsistent communication from the airline about the reasons for their delays, even as American directed customers to manage rebookings through its mobile app and website. The Boston-London route represents a strategic transatlantic priority for the carrier, making the week's cumulative disruptions a notable blow to service reliability. That's all we have for today. You can get the latest aviation news at aviatordb.com.